diving into the finer points of guitar strumming today by exploring how you can enhance your technique and the impact of your playing by exploring volume control. Now, volume is the quietness and the loudness of a sound. This comes under the banner of dynamics. Now, let's understand why volume control is crucial to your guitar strumming. By mastering volume dynamics, you can add depth, emotion and variation to your guitar playing. This enables us to create quiet, delicate passages and energetic, powerful strums, so we can carve out the journey of the song, keeps people interested in listening to and keeps people's attention captured. It can truly elevate your playing. Here are 4 variations of exercises to help you get a feel for and to refine your dynamic strumming. We'll be using the same chord progression and the same strumming pattern throughout. The chords we'll be using today are G, C, E minor and D. The strumming pattern is down, down, up, down, down, up. Start by playing the chord sequence with the strumming pattern 2 times round. Play this at what you would consider to be an average volume. 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do now is play it as quiet as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now try and play it even quieter. As you'll notice, in order to play quietly, it's a lot to do with the pressure that you put on the strings when you're strumming them. So we want to put much less pressure on the strings. See how lightly you can play them. You'll also notice that you have to hold the pick a little bit looser, but in doing this, you need to master still having a hold of the pick so it doesn't spin round and fall out of your fingers. So once you've had a play around with that, play the strumming pattern with the chord sequence twice. The next exercise is to go loud. Go as loud as possible. It changes the feel of how we hit the strings. Don't be shy. Don't hold back. The strings can take it. They're meant to be played. So go in for those high energetic, powerful strums. You'll have to hold the pick a little bit tighter, but still relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next development of this exercise would be to play a gradient. So we're going to fade in from really, really quiet on the G chord. And as we progress through the chords, we're going to get progressively louder. By the time you get to the D chord, we're going to be loud. So we're going to get a little bit louder each time. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're now going to reverse that and start loud on the G and then fade out by the time we get to the D chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. As an exercise, I would suggest mastering these different feels and pressures separately and then put them all together back to back so you can get used to going from quiet to loud, and then a passage all in quiet, a passage all in loud. And what we'll do now is a playthrough of each chord sequence twice for each section. So we'll go very, very quiet, very, very loud, quiet to loud, and then loud to quiet. Have a play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little observation is that when people are first learning to play quiet and loudly, often they will play slower when they go quiet and then speed up when they go loud. And what we're aiming for here is a consistent tempo. The tempo, speed doesn't change. So what we want to do is play through the whole sequence, loud, quiet, and the variations, keeping the same speed. Now, once you've got used to the strumming pattern and the chord sequence and you're comfortable with that, what you could then do to practice this further is to play along to a metronome, so you have a constant tap in the background that you can practice keeping along to. As an extra little add-on for this lesson, we're going to look at swells and fades. Now we're just going to stick with one chord. I'm going to play the G chord just so that I can really show you how this comes in. The technique involves gradually increasing or decreasing the volume whilst we're strumming a chord. We start softly, gradually increase the volume and then fade it out again. The technique's commonly used to create dynamic effects within songs. We're going to use the same strumming pattern and the G chord. You can see the pulse that it creates, you can see the swell that it creates. It's the same principles of pressure whilst you're hitting the strings that we've cultivated so far. All you need to do is gradually increase it and then gradually fade it. So it's an excellent practice skill to master. Primarily what affects the volume on your guitar when we're playing acoustically is how much energy you put in with your strumming arm. Are you hitting the strings hard when you strum them? Are you hitting them softly? How much energy are you putting into that strum? How loose or how tight are you holding the pick? How relaxed is your wrist and your arm? What's the pick made out of? How thick is the pick? Are you using your fingers or your pick? Because your fingers can get much quieter than a pick can by itself. So these are the things that will affect the volume. Once we plug that guitar in, or we're playing an electric guitar, the same principles are there, but we have extra things that we can add on to affecting the volume as well then. Incorporating volume control into your practice and your guitar technique will really take your guitar playing to new heights. This tutorial here shows you 5 different pick exercises you can incorporate into your practice routine. It will help you build that special spatial awareness. Bye for now.